Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to tell you guys the story on the time I got death threats back in 2nd grade. Yep, little old Gavin got death threats. Man, I don't know why, but I guess I'm just not a likable guy. Anyways, I hope you guys, I hope you guys like the new audio. I just got the newer NW700, and I'm gonna be making a couple of these videos, posting them while I'm in Europe. And yeah, just thought I'd mention that. There won't be many story videos, there's mainly going to be vlogs for a while. But yeah, anyways, let's get right into the story. So this takes place back in 2nd grade, and I don't know why, but I was obsessed with rap. I don't know why I was, but I was stupid at the time, but I don't know why, I just really liked rap. And it was nothing but rap. All day, all night, nothing but listening to rap. And I don't know why. I just loved I guess the poetry of it at the time. And I wanted to be a writer when I grew up in 2nd grade. I wanted to try and write my own song. And so I did. I wrote a couple of them. And then one day I decided to work on one during like our free period. And I just felt like, okay, I'm just gonna try and write one, and I didn't finish it, so I put it in this little mailbox, which I don't know why they call it in the mailbox, but it was like picture like a giant wooden block, like a hollow wooden block, and one of the walls was sliced off, and then they just put a bunch of little like floors and a bunch of little like slabs of wood in there, and then on those slabs of wood they wrote your name, and then you put your name on top of those slabs of wood. That's pretty much what it was. It was the entire class, and that's what we called our mailbox. So I put mine in my mailbox, and the day continued on as normal. And so fast forward to the end of the day, I'd pull it out, and guess what? Do you know what's written on it? I kill you. Yeah, I kill you. It was probably the scariest thing my 2nd grade eyes had ever seen until I watched it later down the line. But that's not the point. And so I was freaked out by it, but I thought, they're just trying to mess with me. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. And so I just kind of kept it. And I showed my grandparents when they picked me up from school. I showed them. I said, I don't know why they did this. I'm just going to try and ignore it. I'm scared, but, whatever. And so fast forward the next day, I go, and this time I try and set a trap for them. I go ahead and I do it again to see if they'll strike again. And I was going to see if I could see anyone that did it. And I didn't, but I wrote another thing, and then on my mailbox was, or not on my mailbox, but in my mailbox on that sheet of paper was, I kill you again. And so this time I was like, okay, this is they're either targeting me or I'm not the only one. So I show it to the teacher and I tell her that I got one the previous day, and I hand it to her. She said, "Do you have the one from the day before or from yesterday?" And I said yes, and she said, "Can you bring it in tomorrow?" So I gave it to her the next day. But as I walked in the next day, she called me over to the kidney table, as she called it. I don't know why she called it that. I was like, most teachers would call it the rainbow table or something like that. But she called me over to the kidney table, and I didn't notice it because it was early, and I'm not a morning person at all. And it was really early, and I didn't want to have to be there, and so I'm like barely paying attention. I hand it to her, and and then I start looking around, and I notice that everyone's like writing journal is stacked up, and she has one open right now. And she has my note next to the book, and she's like comparing the handwriting to like see who did it. And she says, "You're not the only one, don't worry, no one's targeting you." And I wasn't worried about them targeting me, I was just scared because I thought I was gonna die. She says, "We'll find out who did this, don't worry." And then fast forward again to right before lunchtime. She calls everyone down to the floor, and she says that she names off, she goes, me, she says Gavin, a girl in my class, and then 2 other kids in my class. And she says they all got the same note that said, "I kill you" on it. We take that very seriously here. And if you want to continue, and if you don't want a bad punishment, then you should come see me now. And then she took us all to lunch. And After that, I was like, they're gonna catch him. They're gonna catch him. I was so, stoked about it. And, fast forward to after lunch, it's recess time. My best friend at the time, we'll give him a name, we'll call him Ben. So my best friend Ben decides that, I'm gonna mess with him. Or at least that's what I think went through my mind. And Ben was the kind of kid that would bend the rules. Like, he wouldn't completely break them, but he would just step on the line, if that makes sense. And so he was always that kind of kid that would mess with people, he was never serious, which is why I don't believe him. But he says that he wrote the notes. He says, I think I wrote the notes. Yes, that's not how he sounded, but you know what, that's how second graders sound to me now. He says, I think I might have I think I wrote the notes, is something like he said like that. And I said, wait, what? He says, yeah, I think I did it while I was sweeping. And he wasn't sweeping, he meant sleeping. But, and I was like, oh, okay. I kind of took it seriously, but not really. He was kind of the kid that you would kind of go along with whatever he said. And that's kind of what I did. I was like, you did, huh? And after that, I didn't really believe him. And so fast forward about a week, he still insists that he wrote the notes and all that. And then fast forward a week, and we went ahead, and the teacher called everyone down to the floor again. She said that she had found who wrote those notes. She found them. They were in serious trouble. And she says she's not going to tell us who it is. She's not going to tell us who it is, because they might get harassed. Yes, they are. They threatened to kill us, teacher. Seriously. Like, I don't know. I really don't know why she didn't decide to tell us. I mean, she could have just, taken the kids aside and said that, yes, this is the kid who did it. Don't harass him. If you do, you'll get, detention or suspended or something like that. But, give us something to, give us closure about this, okay? I mean, come on. Come on! And, yeah, she never told us who it was. We spent the next, 2 weeks trying to figure out who did it. Never figured it out. We're pretty sure it was the class bully. We'll give him another name. We'll call the class bully Zane. Zane, we figured it was him, but it wasn't. Or we don't know, really. And, yeah, that's it. I don't know why. This is probably a weird story for you guys. I got death threats in second grade. That's probably what I'm going to title this. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll have another video coming out pretty soon after this, probably about an hour or two after this, because most likely I'm editing this while I'm on the plane, and I'm recording this a few days earlier. So, yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and so yeah.